The final update for Super Mario Maker 2 brought a lot of new stuff to the table. And it raises two questions. What is the most useful and what is the most worthless item in the update 3.0? We are also going to discuss how the new items open up more possibilities in Mario Maker 2. This list is objectively but also based on my opinion, so if you disagree, you can leave me a comment. Let's start off with the masks. Specifically the POW masks. And I'm a little bit disappointed by this mask. In theory, a POW mask sounds really cool, but I almost never use it and I don't know what use for it really is other than the intended use. So I'm sorry POW mask, but you are the most useless out of all the other masks. Next, let's talk about the Goomba mask. The Goomba mask is very unique. The Goomba mask gives enemies other behavior than normal, and no other item in the game can do that yet. It's well suited for stealth levels, but if you're not making a stealth level, I think this mask is almost useless. That's why it's on number 2 of the worst masks. Next we have the propeller box that allows Mario to fly up in the sky 3 times. I mean, that is cool and all, but I think a propeller that allows Mario to fly 1 time would actually be far more useful, especially in the 3D World style since there is no propeller suit there. But it definitely has its uses and that is why it's on number 3 on the list. Next we have the Bullet Bill mask, and this mask is actually pretty good. I use it quite often in levels and I still feel like not enough people use it in their levels. And you can refill by going over twisters, which is really unique. I wish the bullet could go in any direction like the Koopa clown car, but for what it is a really solid addition and that's why it is on number 4. Alright, now for the best item, it is going to be the cannon box. The cannon box is unbelievably useful with on-off switches. It has so much uses. I can add a cannon to any stage to make it more interesting. Holy spaghetti, this is amazing. Next, let's talk about the new added power-ups in the 3.0 update. Let's start off with the ACORN suit as the worst power-up. And I'm really sorry for doing this. The ACORN suit in Mario Bros. U was unbelievably cool. It transformed you into a Mario squirrel and it was just a fun time. But for some weird reason, in Mario Maker 2 they changed the controls. And sadly, this was not for the better. The controls feel really weird. You do spin jumps when you don't want to do spin jumps. And that is why it's on number 1 of the worst power-up list. Now let's talk about a power-up that they didn't change the controls of when they should. I am of course talking about the frog suit. I was really conflicted about this power-up because it gives you amazing swimming abilities. Swimming levels can be fun with the frog suit. But sadly on land it is so bad. When you have the frog suit and you are on land, you purposely want to take damage to get rid of the power up. And in my opinion, that is not how power-ups should be designed. And even though it gives you amazing swimming controls, the problem is the hitbox. The frog suit has a really unreliable hitbox. Sometimes you get hit when you think you don't get hit, and other times you pass right through spikes. I have no idea why Nintendo didn't design the hitbox the right way, but it prevents me from putting it higher on the list. The next power-up is one I really like because they did change the controls, unlike with the frog suit. I'm talking about the P-Balloon. The P-Balloon in Mario World was one of the hardest to control power-ups, but in Mario Maker 2 they made it very easy to control and it feels very fluent. Not only that, but they also removed the stupid timer on it so you can have it as long as you don't take damage. Next up, on the second place we have the Boomerang Flower. And in one of the ninja speedruns it got shown that the boomerang has a lot of potential. The reason I am not putting it higher on the list is because the boomerang doesn't change the game like the item on the number 1 spot does. I am talking about the SMB2 mushroom. Holy spaghetti, this one item changes Mario Maker 2 forever. Not only does it change how every enemy interacts, people have also made flip switch galaxies with it, which is just insane. And that is why the SMB2 mushroom is by far the best new power up added in update 3.0. Next, let's go over the Mecha, Zeppa and Blasta Koopa. The Mecha Koopa is a nice addition, it's all around good enemy. Now the Blasta Koopa is really unique, it shoots homing missiles a little bit like the red bullet bills, but the homing missiles explode, making them unique. Sadly, there is not much use for it though, and that's why it's on number 2. So on number 1, we have the Zeppa Koopa. The Zeppa Koopa is also really unique, it shoots a laser blast, and it has a lot of different variants. You can make it bigger, big lasers can break through blocks that small lasers can't, and it's another enemy that we are definitely going to see in crazy contraptions. Next, let's talk about dotted line blocks specifically added to 3D World. I promise this is my last holy spaghetti, but holy spaghetti. These blocks are insane. In the retro game styles they allow for a lot of possibilities, and I'm going to be sure that in 3D World they will allow for crazy mechanics and awesome contraptions. The on-off trampoline is honestly a little bit disappointing. I have found almost no use for it. We have springs, we have dotted line blocks. I do not see why on-off trampolines have to be a thing. Honestly, I'm going to say this is one of the worst additions. But it's not the worst addition. For our last addition, we have the KOOPALINGS. The KOOPALINGS are awesome, and they are definitely not the worst addition. Sadly, some KOOPALINGS share a lot of similarities, but I think they are really cool, and we always needed more bosses in Mario Maker 2, so I'm glad they added them. And before you're going to say, wait, you forgot world maps. No, I did not. But world maps aren't something you add to your level, you add your level to the world map. And I have a whole separate video coming about world maps. Now it is time to pick our best and worst addition. Let's start with the worst new addition in update 3.0. Will it be the POW mask? Will it be the squirrel suit? Will it be the on-off trampoline? Well, actually, it is none of them. It's a feature I almost forgot about until rewatching the trailer. I am talking about the cursed key. So the cursed key is really bad, because the cursed key can only summon one Phantop. I honestly believe that Phantoms are worse than the Angry Sun, because they are smaller and they are very annoying, but almost never kill you. They don't even have a patron that tries to kill you. Honestly, Phantoms and Cursed Keys are the worst addition. Let's bring more happiness to this video by sharing the best addition. And that title of course goes to the on-off trampoline. It is super useful and it is awesome. It has so much uses, and okay, I'm obviously kidding, because if I forgot about the Cursed Keys existence, on-off trampolines would have been the worst addition. But finding the best new thing in update 3.0 was really hard. I tried my best. I was really conflicted about KOOPALINGS and the Mecha Koopas, but I think I found my answer. If you combine all 7 Mecha Koopas, they add so much variety that I have to go with the KOOPALINGS. The KOOPALINGS are really cool. They have different patterns, and best of all, we just have new bosses, and that is amazing. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I'm going to be in school this couple of months, so expect shorter videos and a little bit less uploads. But still, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.